Floodwater had completely surrounded a house. The water kept rising, and now the house was on the verge of being submerged. Inside, the man who lived there stood by the window just watching the scene outside instead of trying to save himself. The floodwater had already risen over a meter high. The strange thing was, not a single drop of water had entered the house yet. It wasn't because of the house's strength, but because the man had already sealed the walls and doors with waterproof tape. The tape was so strong that no water could enter until the water level rose higher than its height. But the man had made one mistake. He forgot to seal the ventilation pipe. It was through that small opening that water began to make its way inside. He thought, such a thin stream of water can't really cause much harm. Before long, the water reached his knees. Soon the entire ground floor was submerged. Seeing this, he panicked and ran upstairs to save his life. But his pet dogs were trapped downstairs. As the water rose, they climbed onto the furniture, but when the waves grew higher, they jumped off in fear. Some couldn't swim and slowly began to drown. Upstairs, the man sat in the bathtub, thinking he was safe now. But before long, the water reached the second floor too. The level was about to reach his head. Terrified, he ran up again, this time into the attic. He thought the water would never rise that high, but the flood showed no sign of stopping. In less than 2.5 hours, the water touched the ceiling of the second floor. Now, there was only one way left, to climb onto the roof. When he looked around, he saw nothing but water. The entire area looked like an ocean, and his house was like a lone boat floating in it. Sitting on the roof, he gazed up at the sky, wondering when the water would finally recede or when help would arrive.